Welcome to a very special and small edition of the Theme Park Trader podcast. And this week, that doesn't make any sense. This show, we're going to be talking about what we are up to on Monday at a Universal press event in London. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the podcast.
Each of us has a dream, a heart's desire. It calls to us. And when we're brave enough to listen and bold enough to pursue, that dream will lead us on a journey to discover who we're meant to be. All we have to do is look inside our hearts and unlock the magic.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
So first things first, let's talk about the announcement today, Thursday the 25th of July 2019. The announcement that we have been sitting on since Monday.
Yep.
I almost changed my profile picture by accident to it earlier in the week twice, and almost sent a picture to someone by accident as well. But Killer Klowns from Outer Space has been confirmed as a house at Halloween Horror Nights, and that is both coasts as well, so in Orlando and Hollywood. And I'm really excited by this. I think,
It was a brilliant. What's it called?
Scare Zone.
Scare Zone. That's the word. I completely gone. It was a brilliant Scare Zone last year, wasn't it?
It was absolutely fantastic.
They even acknowledged that at the event on Monday, didn't they? They said it was. What, did they say it was their most photographed event?
Most photographed Scare Zone ever, I think.
Yeah,
it was certainly up there in what they said, which is really cool. We were lucky enough to obviously get that reveal, and one of the Killer Klowns was there in person, and we got the opportunity to take a photo with them, which was really, really cool. If you go to my Twitter now, at Ryanogs, Ryanogs, you'll see that photo, a very sweaty looking me, because it was very warm in that hotel. But, I mean, this is our second media event that we've been invited to by Universal, and again, very nice of them to do that. And it was amazing, wasn't it? It was really, really cool.
It was a great evening, wasn't it? Obviously they said about the new house, and they gave details of all the other ones as well that they've already announced.
Yeah.
One thing that I don't know whether we said this or have they announced it yet, but they've confirmed how many houses and scare zones there's going to be, haven't they?
Yeah, I don't know. Are we allowed to say that?
Yeah, we're allowed to say that. They didn't say we couldn't say that.
They did. No, we did ask actually.
Yeah, and they said literally nothing's off the table.
I guess we'll cover that off in a sec. First of all, Killer Klowns. We've seen inside the house.
Yeah, we saw some behind the scenes
stuff,
pictures.
Yeah, which looks really cool. It's going to be an amazing looking house, very true to the movie. I believe the creators of the movie even said they were going to film the sequel there.
Yeah.
That's not a confirmation of the sequel, but that just means that they're really impressed by what Universal have done with the house, which is amazing to hear.
And they said every one of the clowns is going to be featured.
That's right.
Because I think in the Scare Zone it was only a subset of them, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. So we're going to see all of them, which is going to be really cool. And yeah, I think I loved the Scare Zone last year. It was a good mix of scary but also like just fun Scare Zone, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I think the only Scare Zone I preferred to Killer Klowns was probably the Chucky one.
Right.
I think that was probably my personal favourite.
The Chucky one was cool. Yeah.
But Killer Klowns is great. So really cool that they're back. But yeah, let's go into the event Halloween Horror Nights and what we learned on Monday and what we're allowed to say. First of all, we're getting 10 houses.
Yeah. 10 houses.
5 IP, 5 non-IP. I
don't think they said.
Did they not say?
It's probably assumed.
Maybe we're assuming that. And 2 shows.
2 shows, yeah, and 5 scare zones.
5 scare zones, yes. So lots coming to Halloween Horror Nights this year. 2 shows is interesting. I wonder what they're going to be. I'm assuming one of them will be Academy of Villains. Are we going to see a return of Bill and Ted? It's possible. I don't see it. Maybe next year when Bill and Ted's out.
Right, yeah.
But it'd be cool. I mean, it's a fan favourite. So we haven't heard anything on the shows or the scare zones, so we can't talk about that because we don't know anything. But what else did we see at the event? It was...
Well, they walked us through every single house, didn't they?
Every house that's been announced so far...
Yeah, not all 10.
We've seen inside of, basically.
Yeah, they showed us behind-the-scenes footage of the houses and some of the kind of puppets and things like that, some of the effects that they're going to be including in some of the houses as well.
Yeah. So one of the biggest monsters they've ever created is going to be at the end of the Stranger Things house.
Yeah.
Obviously covering off seasons 2 and 3. I don't know if I'm spoiling things, but the Starcourt Mall is going to be featured.
Yeah, I don't think that's spoiling things. Starcourt Mall.
I'm not going to say where or when, but it's going to be in there.
You've got the kind of the tunnels underneath the pumpkin patch.
Yeah, from season 2. That's going to be in there.
You got the Demodogs.
Demodogs are featuring heavily with cool puppeteering being involved to
really
make
cool
that possible.
For that.
Ghostbusters, we learned a lot about Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
So they're going to be digitally projecting the Stay Puft Marshmallow's face on him.
Mm-hmm.
They showed us very early tests of that.
Yeah.
Looked really cool. I'm sure the final product will look absolutely amazing. You're going to be going through the library.
Yeah.
You're going to be going through the firehouse itself.
Of course, yeah.
And Janine.
Yeah,
Janine's going to be there. She's going to have a series of buttons that she presses that change things in the room depending on what button she's pressed, which is really cool.
They showed us some pictures of Slimer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's looking really cool and really amazing.
So he's going to appear as puppeteer form and kind of projected.
That's right.
At different points.
So that Ghostbusters house and Stranger Things house looks really, really good.
Yeah.
We saw the Universal Monsters house and went into detail on some of that. They're doing a lot in that house.
It sounds like, because obviously you've got Wolfman, Mummy, Dracula, Frankenstein, and I can't think of the name of it. It's like the swamp thing, or the creature, whatever it's called. There's like 5.
Yeah, and each monster's got its own area of the house.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. So that's going to be a one to watch. And we saw into the original houses as well.
Yeah.
So that's the stuff going on there is really cool. Particularly, I forget the name of the house, the one that's set underwater.
Oh yeah, I can never remember the name of that one.
I always forget the names of the houses, which is really, really annoying.
Because there was one that I was completely forgetting about the other day. Because you've got the Nightingale's Blood Pit.
Yeah, that looks really cool.
That does.
They showed us cool. That one looks almost done.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
And that's looking really cool.
Was that the one that they said is going to have a really stinking room?
Yeah, there's going to be some horrific smells coming from that one, which is going to be cool. Depths of Fear is the one. That's going to be set underwater, and they're going to use kind of projectors to kind of project things onto things. Obviously, they're going to have practical effects as well, and it's just looking amazing. It's looking like a really, really cool event this year.
Yeah.
And everything we saw kind of blew us away.
What's the other original house?
the
Yeti one. That's the one I
Yukon.
could not remember.
So that house is in very early development at this point.
Yeah, they showed us some pictures of that, and they were just still painting the insides, weren't they, and things like that. Yeah. So they didn't give a lot away on that one, did they? They just kind of showed a couple of kind of like in progress pictures of some of the locations that they're going to be doing. We didn't see any of the Yeti itself.
No, but then the Yetis are featured in houses before.
Yes,
so I think they're going to be tweaking some of the costumes
similar.
there. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it was amazing. It was a really cool event, and I think, and I'm not just saying this because we got invited there, because we're very honest in what we think about anything. I think this year's Halloween Horror Nights is going to be among the best that they've ever done.
Yeah, I mean,
they're very excited by this year as well.
Yeah, they're really excited. Like, they were super excited to get Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
I can't. What do they call it? They're white something elephant or something, or white.
Yeah, I can't remember what
I can't remember what they called it. But yeah, they were super excited for that. It sounds like they've been after it for years and years. And obviously, Stranger Things is amazing because it did so well for them last year. And again, he was quite excited about that because of how kind of helpful the Netflix team are. Like it sounds like they give them just anything they want. You know, they'll give them they'll give them like CGI, the original CGI files, for like all the Demodogs and all the other monsters that are in Stranger Things. Not to try and give anything away.
And what Universal do, which I think is really amazing, because obviously in the show it's all CGI, as you just said, but they have to recreate that as physical effects. They're building these puppets and these monsters from scratch, and the team at Universal are just doing an amazing. I mean, we saw it last year.
With the Demogorgons.
But I mean, they're doing an amazing job, and I think when you look at it like that, and you look at the offering that Disney put on, Universal are just blowing them away. There's just no comparison in terms of Halloween events. There is no comparison.
Yeah, it's quite astounding, really, isn't it? Considering Universal create a brand new event pretty much like every year.
Yeah,
and they charge less than Disney.
Yeah, which is nuts, isn't it?
Like, yeah.
If you're not going, if you listen to the show regularly, you're going to be in Orlando from, September and anyway up until November the 2nd. You have to go to this event. Like, absolutely have to. Like, we are big advocates of Halloween Horror Nights now, after going last year for the first time. And this year's event will seriously, from what we've seen, we can't talk about everything, but from what we've seen, it is going to be amazing. And that's all we wanted to say, really, I think.
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
Not really. I think this year, it's quite good because obviously you've got the original houses that obviously the hardcore, like, Halloween Horror Night fans enjoy, and they are done very, very well. But then you also have like Stranger Things and Ghostbusters. I think are both quite good introductory houses for people that haven't been before. Certainly for us last year, Stranger Things was a great house because it's not really horror as such. So it's kind of a nice one to ease you into it.
Yeah, exactly. And Ghostbusters, I think, will be the same.
Yeah, I think so. Because again, I don't consider Ghostbusters to be a horror film.
There's some good monsters in there that can make really pretty scary.
Yeah.
But yeah, and there's going to be some great locations from Ghostbusters and Stranger Things in those houses this year. And that's all we really wanted to say. It was just a short podcast to talk through the event in a bit more detail. But if you've got any questions for us, just shoot us a message on Twitter, Theme Park Trader, or Instagram or Facebook. Just search for Theme Park Trader, and we'll answer what we're allowed to answer. But yeah, I don't think that was it, isn't it?
Yeah, I think pretty much. Like, obviously, we get to speak to some of the Universal guys and sort of see what they had to say about all these sort of things, and
Yeah, it was really good, and we got some insights into what is potentially coming in the future that we're definitely not allowed to talk about, because they were said after a few beers.
Yeah.
But there's some amazing stuff coming to Universal over the next few years, and if you've got any questions, as I said, shoot us a message about Halloween Horror Nights, and we will answer what we can. So thanks for listening to this very short episode, and we will be back properly on Monday. We're not missing an episode, it's just a little bonus, and we'll be back in your ears on Monday. Terrible phrase that, I'm not going to use that again.
I like how you regretted that as soon as you said it.
See you on Monday.
Ah, there you are, and just in time. There's a little matter I forgot to mention. Beware of hitchhiking ghosts. They have selected you to fill our quota, and they'll haunt you until you return.